Hello, it's Tuesday. Tuesday with Tails. I didn't even tell my supporters I was doing a video. I've just gotten back from Goldsboro, and instead of going home right away, I pondered a couple things. I pondered going to King's in Kinston to have a pig and a puppy, but I'm on a diet. So that's why I'm having a dirty martini. And there's Ashley, who had us at the pool today. No, then I tried to talk Vivian into having dinner in Kinston. She just got it. She's too busy. I have to see her next. And then I pondered going to Amos's Mosquito, which is one of my very favorite restaurants. But I was going to have a drink. So then I came to this restaurant, the Island Grill. Now, the Island Grill is in Atlantic Beach. And on Monday and Tuesday, it's buy one, get one free. Is that right? Yeah, buy one, get one free. Entrees on the board. You know, this board here. Whatever they are. You see it? You can get filet, fish. Tonight they have tuna, swordfish, pasta with shrimp and scallops. Vivian is coming to Wilmington in August. What? She is? She didn't tell me. Junior filed suit to get her job back. You know, my attorney says I'm not allowed to talk about West Virginia. So I'm not going to comment on that, but I would encourage you people to read the news, because things are never dull in West Virginia. Now, I will say this. Oh, it's so good. I will say this, because she hasn't sued me, I can talk about Margaret Kersey. It was posted on your page. Well, it wasn't me that posted it. Somebody else did. Now, we're going to talk about Goldsboro in a minute, but first we're going to finish up with West Virginia. So, Margaret Kersey, who was the deputy superintendent, it's kind of like Mark Johnson, they got all these crazy names. She was able to retire early, even though our very favorite board member, Michelle Barnes Russell, who I love, even though she's never talked to me, I do love her because she's the only voice of reason in West Virginia. She said, why are we letting Margaret Kersey retire? She's about to be sued. So the Attorney General came out with, and maybe it was the Attorney General, I don't know who it was. Somebody came out with information that she told Amber Bachman that Lisa Fenton, I was at the pool today and you said you liked my ball. Oh my God, Lisa, why didn't you say hello if you knew it was me? Damn it, y'all are crazy. So, Margaret Kersey retires. Michelle Barnes Russell says she should be able to. She does. Well, then I get a message from an anonymous source, because I love the people in West Virginia. Maybe not the teachers, but the people that live there. And damn if she hadn't gotten a job working at the school system, and she's retired. Yep. Yes, she has. Working for the school system. So I did tell, I sent Michelle Barnes Russell an email and said, I don't know if you know about this, but I've caught wind that Margaret Kersey is still working for the school system after she told Amber Bachman, the principal, to destroy the recording. Have y'all ever heard anything like this? I mean, I'd be damned. This is the darndest thing I've ever heard. That martini looks huge. Look, it's bigger than my face. Yes, it is. It's an optical illusion, sort of like the mirror in Sheets. So, I stopped at Sheets to take some pictures. You know, I've been hired by Sheets to do some advertising. I know. It's true. I've now really hit a low point in my life. No, but I stopped at Sheets, and if anything, the mirror at the Sheets in Goldsboro even makes you skinnier. It was a purity optical illusion. So I got the girl at the Sheets to get in the picture with me. At this point, I won't be surprised if they get their jobs back. Oh, in West Virginia. You read what I'm saying? And for the rest of y'all that haven't become supporters because you're too cheap and it's $5 a month, I would just like to say you're missing a lot. And we've just gotten to 1,000 today, though somebody will be gone tonight. They'll be pissed. I did a free video. My husband has agreed to do an interview, a long interview with the supporters. You're going to miss it. My husband is like Richard Simmons. You know how he's in hiding? That's like Thomas. Solarte will be in big trouble if sold at Sheets. Oh, God. Okay, now we're going to skip to Goldsboro. So I drove to Goldsboro today. Dana, the best $5 you spend each month. Thank you. Now, somebody said I was entitled when I talked about the $5. I am entitled. I don't mean to be entitled, but I was raised like with food and a bed and parents. I'm privileged. I can't not be. But I acknowledge that I am, and I try to do good with what I've been given. But yes, I do think most people on here have $5 to spend to pay me to be a supporter. Even if they're like Hannah Spivey, I'm a second grade teacher. You know, y'all all wasting $5 doing nothing good. Because I know y'all. Now, Goldsboro. So today we went to the pool in Moorhead. It was very fun. With Ashley Steve Pittman. We did. And she treated us to lunch, which was very nice. Thank you, Ashley. And then I had to take a shower, and I did not hurry enough. I should have hurried, but I didn't. Oh, Anita, thank you. She said I look thin in my face. It's all this good light in this martini. And then I hit traffic. Who in the hell knew there was traffic in North Carolina, in eastern North Carolina? In New Bern. So then, oh, Mallory, I love you. So then I get to Goldsboro. The meeting is late, so that's great. I get there on time. And they had a work, private session. Now, I've spoken to several school board members. Mind you, show us your bracelet. We can hear it. Okay, this is my bracelet. Okay, you want to see the best part of the bracelet? Oh, shit. How am I going to get you to see it? It's Amos. So Amos is my newest picture on my bracelet. Can you see him? The little boy with glasses. Is it too clear? Is it not clear? This John Wade in Rocky Mount inscribes, takes Lainey Layton of Eatonton Office Supply. She's also an artist. She draws the pictures of my children, and then John Wade in Rocky Mount takes the pictures and hand engraves them on a charm. And my mom gave me Amos for my birthday present because I didn't have him yet. And I really like his because he has on, he has on glasses. So cute, even though he will wear his glasses, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Now, so I get to Goldsboro, and it's late. The session doesn't keep going. Well, finally they come out, and the superintendent announces that people have a choice. They can go to the new school. So for y'all that don't know this, thank you, Deborah. For y'all that don't know this, in Goldsboro, there is a developmental day school. Now, there are about 12 in the state, just like Gateway in Greensboro. Do you remember Gateway and how the parents fought to stay there? Yes, those parents. So, Gateway, parents fought. Now, tonight, in Goldsboro, the parents are fighting. they don't want their children to have to leave their school. They would like a new school because their school is in bad condition. Sort of. Some think it is, some think it's not. One teacher mentioned that there were rodents. Rodents. I mean, we live in eastern North Carolina. Of course they're like mice. I mean, they're mice in my house. You're welcome, Rachel. I was glad to be there. It was so nice to meet y'all. You just shaved me out of $5 a month. Yes! Success. I mean, I was in Amos's teacher conference, and our school is quite clean, I think. But while I was talking to Miss Privet, Amos's teacher, she was like, oh shit, she didn't say shit. I say shit. I just saw a mouse. I was like, oh, let's catch it. It went in the cabinet. I mean, we live in the country, people. This is not Charlotte. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's a mouse. I mean, who's scared? So, Goldsboro. So the parents for months now have heard nothing. They have heard nothing about school, whatever. So this week I've been calling school board members and county commissioners. Now, one school board member was like, the county commissioner just wants to get elected again. He hasn't been doing nothing. I really like the head of the county commissioners. He's very nice and thoughtful and asked me questions and followed up with them and texted me. So you know what? He was listening. Now, the school board members, one, I called out in the meeting. I won't call out on this live video, but I did call him out in the meeting. And when I spoke to him on the phone, he said, what did he say? It's so weird. Oh, he said, I feel sorry for those people. Those people, what I mean, special needs parent. And then he said, I was blessed with 2 healthy children. What? Now, it's one thing. Okay, let's just pretend for a minute. Go with me. My brother had cancer and died of it. So my parents were blessed with him, even though he ended up not being healthy, right? Like, that's medical health. And I would say no one thought, and I still do not think cancer was a blessing to our family, right? Not a blessing. So, in terms of health. But special needs are different than cancer. Because you don't get an Amos. So, I said tonight, you know, hearing that made me think, Amos has been the biggest blessing in my family. And I think my husband, we would all say the same thing. Yes, it is hard as hell, but Amos is the blessing. So I say that at the school board meeting. He no like that. He was getting redder by the minute, worrying about me, what I was going to say when I got up there. And as I was saying it, he was going like this. And he was taking notes. Probably going to send me a cease and desist letter. But you know what? Go right ahead. I got an attorney in North Carolina. I might be in trouble in West Virginia, but North Carolina, I am good. So anyway, just pissed me off. And so I went through the list of lies that they've said. So they all tell these lies. And it's one thing to tell a lie to somebody that doesn't know, which they assume people don't know. It's another thing to lie to me about education. Hello? Me spend a lot of time studying up on education. One lie they said was, it's illegal to have a school with children from pre-K through 12th grade. I said, that is a lie. That is not true. I don't know why y'all are making up this shit to try to confuse families. It's so insane. Another lie was, there are only 4 schools like this in the state. No, they're 12. Where do they get this stuff? And then, what else did they lie about? Oh, so the superintendent says, well, now you can pick either school you want to go to. Look, Janie just said Ocracoke School is K to 12. Thank you, Janie. I swear folks act like there's no way to verify stuff. I know. I mean, I called DPI. This nice guy named Rob called me back and said there are 12 schools. It's not that hard. Seriously. Now, So they say, the superintendent says, you can go to either school you want to. And this school board member starts asking questions. What about the adaptive playground? Will we have one of those at the new school? He says, yes. She said, what about speech therapists? Will we have those at the new school? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. He said yes 100 times. I didn't even get into that in my 3 minutes. But, okay, the adaptive playground cost $250,000. They don't have enough money, but he's saying they'll have the adaptive playground. So what he's saying is, anybody can choose to go to the new school. So if they go to the new school, let's just pretend for a minute that half, this is my half of each class goes to the new school and half stays home. You know how expensive that's going to be? You're going to have double the number of teachers. You're going to spend $250,000 on a playground. You're going to have to hire more speech occupational therapists. I mean, are they insane? Like, how could that even be smart? So then somebody says, well, what about the cafeteria? And the superintendent's sorry.
I don't care, it's not a
He
hangout.
says this. They said, are they going to be equipped to deal with children with special needs? Yes. They can make a lot of meals. Okay. If you're a special needs mom, and I realize not all you are, but if you're a special needs mom, your biggest issue with the cafeteria is what? Ding, 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 ding. Noise. Amos in the cafeteria. Can Amos in the cafeteria? We don't know. We don't have to find out yet because he's doing pre-K another year. Now, granted, medically fragile children do have to have certain amounts of food. They need a blender, they need this, they need that. Thank you, Gina. So noise. The superintendent, he doesn't know that because he can't ask parents, like, what are your concerns? If anybody spent 10 minutes and said to parents, tell me what you're concerned about, I'd love to sit down and talk to you. No, they can't do that. He says they could just eat in the classroom. Separate is not equal. I mean, I can't take it. They can eat in the classroom? It's like, you know, I can't imagine what it was like to live during desegregation. But these kind of experiences make me think that I can imagine it just for a second. You can eat in the classroom. Your school is fine. Your school over there. This is the superintendent from Sorrel County. I know, it sounds like West Virginia done an outage. Those people, I feel sorry for those people. Now, when I read that back to him, the school board member, he was like, I said, you know, we're not those people. He said, well, I didn't say it was bad. He said, that's just that's what you think about it. I was like, no, it's actually a fact. That's bad to say something like that. I've never been prouder than I was tonight to be one of those people. Like, it's such a good tribe to belong to. Nobody seeks membership out. It's not the Carolina Country Club or the Coral Bay Club or the Dunes Club or the Chowan Country Club. Actually, anybody can get in there. It's a special needs club. And it's a good club to be in. You can walk in, it doesn't matter what color you are, what your background is, what you have on, how much you weigh, what you do. We all know exactly what each other are thinking. We really do. And I'm so proud to be part of this club. You can't not be you're an advocate, whether you want to be or not. You can't not be. It's just the way it is. God, it's good. It's so good. Even though Amos woke me up at 3:30 in the morning, it is good. And it's one thing to sit at the other side of the table and not know about it. You know, I was that person. I didn't know. I saw these families, these kids with special needs, and I was like, I felt a little pity, and I was awed by them. I thought, wow, they're really cool, but I didn't get it. And if I'd been listening, I would have gotten it. So now I say, I'm going to tell my story. So anybody that knows Adrian, they're going to know what it's like. So they're going to choose not to know. Superintendent of Wake County was once a special education supervisor. I find that very concerning for somebody that said tonight the children could eat in their classroom. That's a word. So, I mean, and whenever you talk to any school board member, they're like, they basically know someone that has cerebral palsy that high-fived somebody at graduation. I mean, you've never heard of such like reaches to become like familiar with special needs. Don't give me that shit. Anyway. So anyway, it's a good club. And I really enjoyed being in Goldsboro. I wrote about pig farmers earlier because I think that's awfully important. This is why I need Botox. You see, I do this. So you pay your $5 this month, and I might get Botox. So they say 11s. I don't have 11s. I just have a 1. Recap the outcome in Wayne County. So the outcome is parents get to choose where they want to go to school. The new pre-K students will go to Meadow Lane. Everybody else gets to pick. But I don't know how in the hell he's going to do that. It can be so expensive. And they all blame each other. Oh, we don't get enough money. Well, Wayne County is not exactly killing it with education. You know, they had one of the innovative schools districts. It didn't get taken, but it was on the list. Because, and I'm not a huge fan of anything Mark Johnson likes, but the innovative school district, I was for a brief minute, especially when we had the old director who now, Eric Paul, checked out because, you know, he got tired of people messing around in our state. I thought to myself, with the one in Wayne County, this is why we need the innovative school district. You have children doing terribly from poverty. And then you wonder, like, does anybody really care? Like in my district, Sherlock County, we care. People care. The superintendent cares. The principals care. The teachers care. I didn't know if I felt like that in Goldsboro. No offense, but it's just the truth. So that's that. A lot of parents spoke. Very impressive. What are you coming to Jacksonville next week? Oh my God. If I don't go to Jacksonville, are people going to kill me? We are moving out of our rental house on Saturday and don't have a place to live in, which I know, big problem. But Amos is doing camp at the beach, and we can't miss camp. Camp is important for Adrian, Amos, Blair, Russell, and Thomas. Particularly. Not Big Thomas, because he's an eater. So anyway, that's that. But I'm supposed to come for this autism meeting on Tuesday night. I'm doing my best. I have it on my list, but I have not been. They're ready for me to leave. I'm the only person. Am I the only person in this restaurant?
Yes, you are.
I have closed down the Alice Grill.
I forgot you earlier. You were so quiet.
Oh, I'm not quiet. I'm doing a live video.
Right, but I mean, you know.
You still don't want to be on it? You sure?
Nope. Not in the mood.
He's not in the mood. Me neither. Oh God, I make myself laugh. Tomorrow's Wednesday. What's Wednesday? We'll have a supporter video in the morning to get the real lowdown of what happened tonight and all the great people I met. And have two phone conferences. One about a board I'm on in Edenton. They're loud. And then another one about a girl in Steamboat Springs about doing a little trip, vlogging. Exciting. My son is attending Duplin County Reading Camp as an improved in just a few days. I met a summer school teacher today. I They were so nice. 2 teachers, actually. They're really nice. What time is our video in the morning? Let's see. I take Amos to camp at 9:30. It's at 9:30. Martinis are slob and sophisticated. I'm not exactly slob and sophisticated. Maybe martinis will turn me into that person. And then we have nothing tomorrow night. Thursday, my parents are coming back. My parents are about like West Virginia. I don't even know what to say. You did eat, right? No, I didn't eat.
Thank you, AJ.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm having a dirty martini for dinner. I wanted to stop at, who has cheese fries? Outback. I saw there was an Outback in Goldsboro, but thank you, Lord. I'd already passed it. And then I was going to stop at King's Barbecue, but I didn't. Only dirty martinis are $12.54. Seems like a lot. It's like eating at the Bojangles for 2 people. Cheaper than dinner, that. There you go. Janice, I talked about the West Virginia bit. We did. Okay. I'm going to sign off here. The supporters, I'm going to go outside and get a little smoke before I quit, and we'll have a little rundown just now. I'll finish my dirty martini. Supporters, see you in 3 minutos. Goodbye, people.